You will see the questions here.
All right.
So they can type in.
Okay. So I can start now.
Yes.
Good morning, students. This morning we'll be discussing on what you've seen on I can go now. So we'll be talking about what you're seeing right here now. And then I would like you to tell me what you think this is. Tell me what you think this is. Can I get any response? Yes, you probably you'll be writing. You'll be writing. But for now, let's talk about this. What does it look like? What does it look like? Can anybody tell me what it looks like? You have A, B, C, D, E, F. Handwriting. Say that, beautiful handwriting. Any other person with any other? No. Letters, that is beautiful. Aralua, that is beautiful. Letters, handwriting, you guys are right. Now today we'll be talking about lettering. I think Aisha, you got it right. You've always been there. You got it right. Lettering, we'll be talking about lettering. Now, I want to ask some questions. When you say alphabet, yes, alphabet, but it's better we call it lettering because we are dealing with how to construct the letters. But before we do that, we have to talk about the beginning of these letters. That is why I have to show you samples of the A, B, C, D. Now, the A, B, C, D that you're looking at here, you will see that we have different types of A, B, C, D, F. The ones you see at the top is in another form of letter. The other one under is in another form of letter, and the one under is another form of letter. Yeah, font, beautiful. Pfizer, that is beautiful. It's called font. That's beautiful. Now, you will see that you have the one that has cursives and the ones that have just plain shapes and the ones that have the bold shape. So don't worry, you can still copy from any of them. Okay. Now you will see that we have the ones that have the cursives and the ones that are just plain and the ones that have the bold letters. These are called fonts according to Pfizer. She's right, she got it right. So today, let's go to the topic, which is lettering itself, that some of you have been able to identify as lettering by just looking at the letters. Now, I want to say something. Let's try and look at this. What do you call this? What do you call this thing that you're looking at right now? The symbols, the diagrams that you're looking at, what do you call them? Hello, can anybody share that with me? What do you call this now? What you're seeing right now, what do you call it? Is there anybody that can relate to what this image looks like right now? I want to understand that you all can see this and be able to identify what it looks like. Any response? Can anybody do that to us right now? Okay. Yes. Sorry for that typo error right here. So, beautiful. Jama, that is beautiful. Faizad, you're always on point. Hieroglyphics. It is called hieroglyphics. Now, hieroglyphics, no, Gideon. Faizad got it right, it's hieroglyphics. Aisha, you got it right, it's hieroglyphics. These are hieroglyphics. These are the first form of writing. You see, the word A, B, C, D that we saw earlier is actually talking about the beginning of how these letters started. And I have not written anything yet. I said the same one. I think about 3 or 4, 5 of you are right. You got it right. It's beautiful. I love that. It's beautiful. Now, what we are saying is this is the beginning. Ancient symbols called hieroglyphics. Falani, that is beautiful. Ancient symbols called hieroglyphics. That is beautiful. Now, if you look at these write-ups, that's beautiful. You got it right too. Now, if you look at this write-up, you will see that the symbols are representing like images. You see an eye, you see somebody like an arrow, you see something like an F or 8 or chairs, tables, and so on. These are the first form of letters that was first discovered in a cave where the element were using methods in Egypt to write, to communicate. And this got to a level where it moved from that Egypt country to other countries that were, it was actually something that led to the development of letters. And these letters are what we call lettering today. Now, today, since all of you are able to recognize that as hieroglyphics, let's go straight to the topic itself. Yes, we are. Now, the introduction, you are going to see here that it is talking about how that hieroglyphics was first discovered by the archaeologists and as a sign of paintings years ago in the cave. China, no. I told you earlier in class that Chinese are the people that discovered paper. They made the paper that we use in writing today. They didn't discover the alphabet. It was from the Egyptians who started the construction using symbols. And after that, the Romans came in, the Greeks came in. These people started reforming. For example, when you talk of, yes, brilliant, Aisha, brilliant. So when you talk of, you can still copy from any of them. I will send it, you can see it now, you copy it and somebody will send it to you. Now, as we are saying, the Greek people were the one that reformed the symbols. For example, when they had the head of a cow, the head of that cow was turned upside down with the nozzle down and the horn up, and that is what they use in forming letter A. And from there, we started to construct letters from the Roman letters to the Greek letters and so on and so forth. So now, lettering itself is construction of letters. It is an ability to design, an ability to create beautiful write-ups, and these were used in form of manuscripts and were used as a form of communications. The Israelites printed that the Protonic Satanic scripts, these are the elements of the beginning of that invention of letters. Now, when the letters were invented by the Egyptians in those days, it became something that the Roman people, called the Latin alphabet. They started to reform and put something to it. There's a particular way that the Romans reformed, and these letters became what we call Roman letters. This will lead us to our next topic. Now, can somebody please define that lettering to your own understanding? I want to know if you know what that lettering is now. That lettering. I don't like this name calling right here now. I don't like this name calling. So can somebody define that right now for us? Can somebody define that? You said lettering, fine. You said hieroglyphics, fine. We want to see the differences there. I want to know if you can relate with it. Hello? Fine. Now, it's a way that we communicate. Beautiful. It's a way that we communicate. That's Abdul Latif. That is beautiful, Abdul Latif. I love that. It's a way that we communicate. Without it, I think that there's going to be a problem. For now, we all will be writing in our various languages and so on and so forth, but they were able to come up with this. Now, lettering, like we said earlier, is a kind of, you constructing words into beautiful things and so on. But we have two types of letters. The way we write and read and understand. Beautiful, Aisha, you're always on point. Now, when you say letters, we have to talk about the characters. We have two characters, which we use in writing in most cases. You have the uppercase letters. These letters are composed with capital letters. Independently, they can stand on their own. And we have the lowercase letters. Yes, lettering can be designed as a way of means by which we write legibly. Yeah, beautiful. That's another beautiful response. Yes, now, when you say lowercase, I told you earlier that we have the uppercase letter that can work independently, and we have the lowercase letters that can be used in our writing. But what is our own focus, our own main subject about lettering? This is something that you guys are supposed to construct. You have to write your names, you have to write the name of the school, you have to design words that we can use to beautify our classrooms, that we can use to beautify the art studio. But in the absence of that, this is why we have to break it down like this now, that when you understand what this is, then you'll be able to go through the practicals and we're able to submit that when we resume. So now tell me, you know what the uppercase is, you know what the lowercase is. What is uppercase letter? What is uppercase letter? Who can tell us what uppercase letter is? Lettering is that of using letters for writing words. Lettering can be defined as a way of means of beautiful. I don't know, that is beautiful. Capital letters. Now, who can tell us what lowercase letters are? Capital, beautiful. Uppercase AB. Yeah, that's Abdul. That's good. Lebron, that's good. Now, who can tell us lowercase letters? Beautiful, beautiful. Now we have been able to understand that. Now, I want one of you mentioned earlier is she said fonts. What do you understand by that word fonts? I want to know what do you understand by that word fonts. Who can tell us? Who can tell us what? Who can tell us what fonts are? Who can tell us what fonts are? No, fonts are not small letters. Fonts are not small letters. Hello? I'm still waiting. Who can tell us what fonts are so that we can move forward? I am going to demonstrate how you can create your own letters right here now. Okay. All right, now, sorry for that. It was from our part here. Who can tell us what fonts are? Fonts are the outward gratifying appearance of your text. Prince, I want something, something more. Fonts are the way. No, 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 no. You can see from our uh, lesson that fonts are the style of writing. Beautiful. That is it. Fonts are the style of writing. Now let's do this way. You will see that in some letters, you have some letters are written very big. The body will be very, very wide, and some will be very thin. And then some, they will have some edges, curves around them. Now let's ask ourselves this question. We have an assortment or set of type of characters, all of style and something. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Now, when you have that one that you can type with or relate with, you know that we are talking about serifs, sans serifs. We are talking about Gotiv. We are talking about bold, area bold. We are talking about scripts. Now, when you say font, you've been able to see some of these letters, especially now that the computer age is here, where you can type, you can do a lot of stuff with that font on your computer. So when you say serif, are the letters. Kadiku, can you hear me now? Kadiku, can you hear me? Let me hear your response. Can you hear me? You can't see the notes. Okay, don't worry, I'll get to that now. Now, as I was saying, the fonts, when you say fonts, you have that serif. What is serif? Serif is the type that when you write a letter, you put some edge. You put some edge in that letter. That edge that you have added is called serif. Now, the one that you design that does not have that edge is called sans serif. It means it doesn't have that edge. So there are two ways. These are characters. These characters are built by your own innate creativity. Now, let's do it this way. You have the bold, you have the thin. The bold ones are when you construct your letter using 3 bars. That 3 bar, inside that 3 bar, you also have like a graph that you can use to identify them. Now, you know the difference between serif and sans serif. Anybody with an idea of what that serif is now and what that sans serif is now? Hello? Hello, sir. My notes, they said they can't see it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just come in. Because that network went away before.
Okay.
So now we have been able to overcome uppercase and lowercase letters. We are going to go to that. Can you see the notes now? Can you see the notes now? Yes, why is that? You're always on point. Serifs are the little edges of a letter. Beautiful. That's Abdul Rahman. Abdul Rahman, you're supposed to be in class right now. Stop this joke. Now, what we are saying is, Faisal, beautiful. Serifs are the little edges of a letter. That is beautiful. Now, what are you talking? What do we see about sans serif? If you understand what serif is, any other person can tell us what that is. Can any other person tell us that? Kadiku, tell us what sans serif is. Or Abdurrahman, can we have what sans serif is? Anybody? Tell us what sans serifs are letters that don't have. Faisal, beautiful. Don't worry, I owe you one. I'm going to give you something tangible. Don't worry. Now, I love this. She said serifs are the ones with edges, and sans serifs are the letters that don't have those tiny edges. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, if you are asked to differentiate between the two, you have been able to do that by notifying with the edges. Now, let me show you something. All right. Now, look at this. Can you all see this diagram? Can you see this diagram? Yes, yes, yes. You are. Can you see the diagram? Fine. Now, what's the diagram? What's the types you see on the diagram? They are letters. Aliyah, that is beautiful. They are letters that don't have tiny edges. Beautiful. Now, can you see the letters? Can you see the letter there? If you look at the diagram that we have here now, fine, good. Block letter, that is beautiful, Aisha. That is beautiful. Now, block letter, if you look at the block letter, it's block letter actually. Look at the letter at the top. What do you see at the top? Block, yes, fine. Sophia, that's beautiful. That is beautiful, Sophia. You have the block down and you have one block up. The two blocks, there's a difference between the two letters. What can you see? Edges, beautiful. Edges, that is beautiful. The one that has the edges is called what? The one with the edges is called what? Hello? The one with the edges is called what? It does have serif. Serif, beautiful. Beautiful. I love this. Serif, everybody is right. I wish you can all clap for yourselves. This is beautiful, brilliant. It shows that you are communicating. Now, if you look at the top of that one, that block that you all said serif, you will see another block letter there. What do you call that one? If you call the one with the edges serif, what do you call the one at the top? Beautiful. Everybody got it right. Let's see. What do you call the one at the top? If you're calling that serif, what's the one at the top? Beautiful. That's lovely. Sans serif, this is beautiful. Sans serif. Now you know the difference between the two. So definitely, if I ask you to differentiate between serif and sans serif, you'll be able to do that. And you're able to, on your own, sketch what sans serif and serif is. Now let's go down. I have something here too. Yes, look at this. Look at this letter. This is another construction. This is actually the one that I want us to try in class. Serif has edges and sans serif has no edges. Abdul Latif, it's like you are even more participating here than when you are in class. This is beautiful. I love that. Italicized. That is beautiful. Now, what do you call this? The diagram that you're looking at right now, what do you call this diagram? You can see the letter in that diagram. I have one up, I have one at the other side, and I have one under that. Hello? It's called script. Script, beautiful. Now, if you look at the script, we have two types of scripts there. One is down, one is up. So script writing, beautiful, Abdul Latif. Calligraphy, that is what I want to hear, beautiful, that is beautiful. It's script, but when you call it calligraphy, what is calligraphy? This is when you write freely. Did you notice the first one I show you? Let me go back to this. Look at this. If you look at the block, does it look normal? Is it having any maybe rough edges, or maybe bending, or maybe slanting, or maybe in any form having deformity? Does it have any deformity? No, beautiful. No, it doesn't have any deformity. But look at this. What do we have here? Yes, everybody got it. Everybody got it. Everybody got it. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody got it. Now look at this. Look at this one. It's okay. I'm through with that. I'm through with that. Aisha, let's go with this. I'm through with that. What do you call this? You see the other one I told you. Yes, beautiful. You see that the other one is not having rough edges. It's not slanting. It's not bent. It's not, in any way moving or shifting. But if you look at this one, we have it in a slant manner, and it has some cursives at the top. It has some kind of forms at the top. Though some of you that are very familiar with CorelDRAW, that are familiar with Adobe Photoshop, or maybe other, maybe Google SketchUp and stuff, and Microsoft and stuff like this, you will see all these kind of fonts now. It's been used in them. Most of these fonts were designed by the artist, and most of these fonts were made by years of construction. So now this one is freehand. Now, when you say freehand, it means that we are not, using lines or graphs to construct this. You're going to be using your own creativity to make this happen. You have to look for ink and pen and a nice paper to be able to do this kind of calligraphy writing under lettering. Now, can somebody separate the difference between calligraphy and lettering right now from what you're seeing? Calligraphy and lettering, you will see that one is a part of one. I don't want to say it. I want to see if you are following. Calligraphy flow with the movements of the hand. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Then I want you to relate them, lettering and calligraphy. What is the difference? Do you see any difference in the two? I want to know. One of them is coming under one. One is the father, like a parent, while the other one is like the child. It's a sub thing. Like what we did the other time. Yeah, I understand this is deformed, but what I'm saying is what we did in our class the other time when we discussed. Hold on. I said the other one. Fine. Is the parents? Yes, calligraphy is a freehand. Yes, there's something I want to see. Hold on. There's something I want to see. Lettering. Let's put it this way. Hold on. Let's put it this way. Hold on with your typing, everybody. Hold on with your typing. Let's put it this way. Now, you see NTIC as a school, right? If NTIC is your school, you have other components in that school. What are those components? If NTIC is your school, we have other components in that school. What are those components? Abdurrahman, what are those components? We have your school as NTIC. There are other components. Teachers, beautiful. Faizad. Teachers, students, beautiful. That is lovely. Any other idea? Any other idea? Now, you have students, you have teachers, you have cooks. Who said lookers? Cooks, We have cleaning staff, beautiful. We have staff. Yeah, you have smart boards, beautiful. Beautiful. You have management, that is beautiful. Those are the components of the school. The same thing goes with, hold on, I'm through with that. I love that. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, guys. Now, listen. I said it's okay. I've seen you guys have the idea. It's beautiful. You all have the idea. Now let's look at lettering. Lettering is the parent's subject. Why calligraphy is under that lettering? Yes, calligraphy is more decorative. Why? No. Lettering. Listen, I showed you one thing. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You have a block letter. The block letter is more or less like it's having perfect shapes. Look at the one at the top here. You see the one at the top and you see the one below. These guys are having a very unique shape. You will see that the block letter have a perfect shape that is not slanting, that is not shifting or bending or whatever, aside from the fact that we're using it to explain the sans serif and the serif, which is with borders or without borders. Now go back to this. You see, this is a freehand writing, and in freehand you don't construct. It means that if you don't construct, it shows that in that your lettering, calligraphy is a branch, is a unit. Just like you said, you have teachers, you have students, you have staffs, you have cooks. Calligraphy is under lettering, is a branch, like a unit of lettering, where you use ordinary hand. You don't construct it. You just take your biro and you write like you write in class, like we do in normal as well. Yes, beautiful. That is it, Aliyah. Beautiful. Calligraphy is under lettering. Beautiful. That is what I want to hear. It shows that you guys are following. I love that. Now let's go to somewhere here. Now, look at this letter. Look at this letter. I've given out the name already. But what can you see about this letter now? Calligraphy is a subdivision of lettering. Beautiful for that. I love that. I love that. Now let's look at this. Look at this letter that we have here. There's one at the top and there's one below. The one at the top seems to be different from the one below. So I want you to explain the difference that you can see here. Can you explain the difference that you can see here? Hello? Yes, we've seen a lot of you are getting that. Calligraphy is a subdivision of lettering. Beautiful. It's quite uneven. Beautiful. It's quite uneven. Thicker. I love that. Thicker. One is bolder and one is thin. Beautiful. I think you guys should clap for yourself over there. It's bolder. Lovely. Now, you will see that both of them are Gothic. You can see that both of them are Gothic. The other one is thick and it has some kind of deformity. If you look especially at the H, you're going to see deformity at the H here. It's having a kind of cut and it's bent down a little bit. And you look at the zero we have here, that's the O, is having a kind of over inner form or curves. Beautiful, Faiza. That is beautiful. Yeah, Aliyah, nice, slanted. Now look at the one at the top here. You will see that the O is different from the O of the Gothic we have that is thick and bold. That is the difference. And you can see that. Now this is to separate your idea of, we are not talking about the serifs here now. We have gone through serifs. Some letters have serifs, some letters don't have serifs, but we are talking about the values now, the characters. You know, when you act a movie or you act in a play, we have characters. Like we did in our drama classes, you have characters. Those characters are like, yes, that is it, Eniola. Eniola, beautiful. The lines are thicker and one is thinner. So the characters are the people that make up your play, your drama. Some of them are antagonists and some of them are protagonists. The same thing with this. Your Gothic has series of characters. So every font that we just talked about have their own characters. Every font has their own characters. Lines, articles, the words are slanter. Really? Are you sure? It's just that the fonts are being, expanded in a way that some part of it are thin and some part of it are very big. They are just trying to. This is. Hello, guys. This is a German invention. This is a German invention. The Germans are the ones that invented the Gothic letter. Now, having said that, I mentioned earlier the people that invented the serif and the sans serif. Who are the people that invented the serif and the sans serif? Who are the people that invented the serif and the sans serif? Who can tell us that? Yes, spaces are smaller and lines are thicker. Jamal, that's beautiful. Yeah, one is thicker and one is broader. That is beautiful. All right, let's go. Who can tell us who invented the serif? I told you who invented the Egyptian. No, Aliyah. Can somebody else try that? Can we have an answer from somebody else? Hello, can we answer from somebody else? Aliyah said the Egyptians. Do we agree with her? Do we agree with her? Greeks. Abdulatif, Greeks. No, no, no. You're almost close to it. No. Abdurrahman, no. Not Italians, not Greeks. Romans, beautiful. Miriam got it. She said Romans. Roman got it. Oh, yeah. Ryan got it. Rihanna, beautiful. Fuad, beautiful. Yes, Romans, brilliant. Clap for yourselves over there. That is beautiful. The Romans. Now, listen, hold on. You have the Romans invented the serif. The Gothic was invented by the Germans. You've seen that. Now, the Greeks are the ones that invented. Let's go back up. If I have, I'm coming. Yes, I have the script. Now, this script was invented by who? You know, we have mentioned 3 countries now. We have the Romans, we have the Greeks invented hieroglyphics. Don't forget that. They invented the hieroglyphics, which led to the invention of all other letters, which led to where we are today. So, who can tell us who invented the script? I told you earlier that the script is calligraphy, which is under lettering. And that means that Nigerians, Fuad, Nigerians invented the script. Fuad, Nigerians invented script. The Greek, Lawal, the Greek. Now, are you following this class at all? Were you able to remember some of the names we mentioned? The Romans, no. The British, who was that? The British, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. The British invented the script. The British invented, hello? The British, yes. You got it right. The British invented the script. And who said Arabics? The Arabics have their own format, you know, the alif, bet, and so on came under that. Now, hold on, guys. Now, hold on. I agree with you guys. A lot of you got it right. The British invented the script letter, and I told you. Now, describe the processes involved in writing the script. Can somebody tell us that? The process involved in writing the script. Yes? Somebody tell us the process involved in writing the script. I explained it earlier, so I want to know if you are still following, or maybe we are lost or we are still at the middle of something here. I have agreed with you guys. I said the British. I saw that a lot of you said the British, so I agree with that. You can't hear me too well. I'm not, okay, I'm close to my mic now. Can you hear me well now? Can you hear me better? Cursive, whether brilliant, cursive. Yeah, cursive is also under the script. Like we said, that calligraphy is under lettering. Cursive is under the script. That is beautiful. Now, can you hear me now? You can hear me well. I need a response to that to know if I can continue. Can you hear me well? All right, fine. Now, cursive, yeah, cursive, beautiful. Cursive, beautiful. Now, you are familiar with the fonts now. I've just shown you 4. What are the 4 that I've just shown you? What are the 4 fonts that I've just shown you here? What are the 4 fonts that I've just shown you guys here? We had the block. Which other one do we have? Before we go further, I want to see if you're following. I will ask you to summarize this class if you don't take time. It's the internet, don't worry, everything will be fine. Block, fine. Which other one? Which other one do we have? We have the block, serif, beautiful. Block, serif, Gothic, sans serif. Now, beautiful. Now we're going to go further. Hello? We're going to go further. We have the block, we have the sans serif, yes, and the script. That is it. And the script. And the script. Now, look at one thing here. See, block lettering is a plain, straightforward letter style that the characters are typically very large and written in capital letters. You see that? That was what you saw in the Gothic earlier, and that was why I made a very big one and I made a very small one. So you have block letters. Now, who can tell us? You have seen these block letters around your environment, in your neighborhood, in your streets. You've seen block letters. So tell me which area you've seen these block letters before. The things that you are. Yes, no. This is not under hieroglyphics. Hieroglyphics are the beginning of lettering, which was discovered by the Egyptians. Form of symbols. You have title, Rihanna, that's good. Aisha, that is beautiful. Advertising. Then which other area? I want something here. Billboard, beautiful. That is it. Billboard on signboards, beautiful. It shows you guys are observant. It shows you are observant. Signboard, billboard, company names, beautiful. That is a nice one. I love that. Like your school name, NTIC, and so on and so forth. Now in your street, you do see these too. What can you relate? School names, beautiful. I want the ones in your street. Posters, yes, posters. In most cases, posters have both. They have the bold, they have the capital and the small letter. They have the block. They carry everything. Inside storybooks, Abdurrahman. Inside storybooks. You are talking of scripts now, scripts and calligraphy, newspapers. That one carries everything. I'm talking about block letters now. Leave other ones. Exams. Abdulatif Alawo exams. You're funny. You started again. I said block letters. I want to see your familiarity with block letters. Departmental competitions. Ganiru, departmental competition. That's where you see block letters. That is beautiful. Signs that are supposed to be seen from afar. That is beautiful. That is a beautiful one. Yeah, book covers. Yeah. Now, hold on. I'll relate it like this. Let's put it this way. Most of you have been to the express road, and you will see on the express road, you see a very large billboard. Some of them will say, "Welcome to Lagos," and some of them will say, "Bye bye to Lagos." You've seen it, right? Yes, billboards, beautiful. You see maybe in your street, you see a signpost where it's saying Bodilon Street, Awoshika Street, Toyin Street. These are done in block letters. And this is why I said some of here in some of the adverts. Adverts in most cases, it depends on the write-up, but we are saying block letters, especially where it could be seen and where it's normally being used, where you can familiarize with it. So that is block letter for you. Now, when you say graffiti, you are familiar with block letters. You see it in your street, your hairdresser, around your neighborhood, your barbing salon. Their names are written in block letters, especially capital letters. It's only when the sign writer or the calligrapher want to be fashionable that the person is going to make it in form of script or maybe calligraphy and stuff like that. But now you see that block lettering is what you have in your streets, is what you have in your signposts. A lot of maybe churches around your bend, you see them using that name. It's normally used to represent names, and it's always in big form. Now let's go to graffiti. A lot of you are stylish. You love to do hip hop. You listen to music, like presently, some of you the other day on Friday you were playing Joe